It's another warning, yet another nuclear warning from Vladimir Putin to the West, but this one is more specific than previous ones, though. So as President Zelensky was addressing the UN, President Putin here was addressing his Security Council about changing Russia's nuclear doctrine, which is the document that defines when and how Russia could use nuclear weapons. Currently, it states that they can be used if the security of the state is at risk, which is quite a nebulous concept, of course. Now, Vladimir Putin has said he wants to change that and be more specific so that to allow Russia to respond with nukes to an attack by any state using conventional weapons. So, for example, drones, missiles and aircraft. And that's not all. He also said that Moscow would consider any assault from a non-nuclear power that's supported by a nuclear power to be a joint attack. And you don't have to be a military genius to understand that he was referring there to Ukraine being supported by NATO. It was a very thinly veiled warning indeed. So why is he saying this now? It's all a response to this issue being mulled by the UK and the US still over whether or not to allow Ukraine to use Western weapons to strike deeper inside Russia. They still haven't reached an agreement on that. Russia is trying to redefine its red lines, which I think have become a bit blurred of late because previous threats from the Kremlin haven't been followed through on. For example, the West has supplied missiles, tanks and aircraft, F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine without any consequence from the Kremlin, despite the threat of retaliation. And there have been so many nuclear threats, loose nuclear threats from the Kremlin of late, that I think there's a sense they've started to lose their impact, started to lose their meaning. So this, I think, is an attempt to redefine these threats, be more specific, be more defined and be more tangible. But the fundamental question remains, and that is this another bluff from Vladimir Putin, or is it for real?